Yo, what's up, CREWspire YouTube channel? Let me turn this light on. Bam! My name is Kenny Barnwell. Welcome to the first ever CREWspire live stream. I've been waiting till there's 50 plus subscribers to be able to jump on here. We actually crossed 50 subscribers. Oh, I don't know. It's probably been a month now, but I just got back 2 days ago from a tour. I have been on tour with a K-pop artist named Stacy, and I have been completely consumed with that because I've been the production manager on that tour. And so I am so grateful to get to jump on here now from my basement live in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't have some fancy background or anything like that at the moment anyways. But let me just introduce myself a little bit. And then also, I just wanted to discuss CREWspire a little bit, as well as how I can help you in your touring crew career journey. And so, again, this is the first ever YouTube live stream that I'm doing here on CREWspire. And so I'm honored. If you happen to be watching this, thank you. It's going to be pretty freaking cool. Some of the stuff that I'm going to get to share with you as we go here in this YouTube channel, because of how amazing the touring crew career is. A career traveling around the world, getting to set up concerts for a living. Yes, it's a real freaking thing, as well as some of the things that I've been able to help people do in this industry directly, as well, one of the only, definitely the very first ever career and life coach in the touring career industry, dedicated specifically to help aspiring and experienced touring crew level up or break into this industry. All right. So again, my name is Kenny Barnwell. I have been in the touring industry now for over 20 years. I started doing this industry in the early 2000s, 2001, 2002. I was a teenager. I was just a kid when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, starting in this industry. I started in this industry as what's called a stagehand. It's a local crew laborer. Essentially, you basically, no experience necessary. You start as a stagehand, and I was able to basically get to help set up concerts, trade shows, fashion shows, corporate events, all kinds of different production like that as a stagehand. You help the technicians, the engineers, the managers build the events as a stagehand. Now, I was a musician before all of this, and so I fell in love with the concert side of production. Although there is the corporate side and fashion shows and trade shows and all of this, I fell in love with the concert side of it. And then one step past that, I fell in love with touring, which is traveling around the world with the actual show, with the actual tour, and helping artists build their shows. I specialized early on, at least, I specialized in an area of production called backline. I'll talk a lot more about that as we do these live streams on this channel. But backline, if you don't know, is the department that helps set up and take care and maintain all of the music instruments on a stage. So drum techs, guitar techs, keyboard technicians, that type of thing. They are the backline techs. And then within backline techs, you have the specialty fields of guitars, drums, keyboards, DJ techs, that type of thing. I also am a stage manager. I've managed the stages of multi-truck tours. You'll learn more about what truck touring is as we go here. Some of you already know what this is. And then I'm also a production manager. I did do a short stint as a tour manager with an artist at one point, but I just got done with this last tour with this K-pop artist as a production manager, which is pretty cool, right? So all of that to say, I also, I should probably share this. I'm also the author of 3 books This was my very first book, Backstage Pass, 10 Things to Consider When Becoming a Touring Music Tech. This book is basically exactly how to break into the industry, how to get on tour with no experience and no connections. That's the beautiful thing about this industry is you do not need a degree. You don't need an audio engineering degree, a show production degree from Full Sail University or SAE or any of these show production programs. Listen, they want you to think that you do, but you do not. And so I talk all about how to break into the industry and eventually get on tour I call it a touring music tech. There's also the name roadie. Roadie has been a term for a very long time. You've probably heard that. I'll talk more about that delineation a little bit later. But anyways, I digress. This is the second book I wrote. This is called Stagehand 101. This is a comprehensive guide to becoming an in-demand stagehand. Why do you need to become an in-demand stagehand? Well, I'll tell you, because the way I teach people to break into this industry is to become local crew stagehands, because most stagehands, they do not realize the power that they have as stagehands to be able to level up in this industry and create incredible careers. This is basically like paid training. So if you can become an in-demand stagehand, you get the best training in the world directly from the professionals like myself that are touring through your city. You get trained by them if you know how to come correct. I talk about how to come correct in that book. And finally, this book, it is now October 27th, 2025. This book, I literally just published it a short while ago. This is called Follow the Butterfly. While I was on tour last year with Jonas Brothers, I got attacked by the cartel, and I lived to tell lived to tell the story about it. By the grace of God, I was saved. Anyways, it's a long story, but I wrote a book about it because it is that crazy. And so if you're interested in that, that one just became available on Amazon. However, I won't be talking much about that at all on this channel. You can visit kennybarnwell.com if you're really interested in learning more about that side of my story. I will be talking a ton about these two books in this, because these books are the pathway to to a lot of people, thousands, in fact, have gained a lot of value from these books, and hundreds of people are on tour because of these books right here. And in fact, a lot of stagehand companies around the world use this as their manual to give a foundation to stagehands. That's why it's called 101. It is just a start. There's a lot to learn as a stagehand, but this gives you a tremendous leverageable advantage as a stagehand. That book. I will say, if you're interested in these two books, sure, you can buy them on Amazon, whatever. That's fine. I'm not here to push that on you. But what I want to encourage you to do is go to the CREWspire page, and you will see a college level class that I taught at Pinellas Technical College in Clearwater, Florida. I taught two classes. They're a little over an hour, hour and a half long. One is based on the Backstage Pass book, and one is based on the Stagehand 101 book. And I actually live streamed them and posted them here in the CREWspire YouTube channel. Here's the thing about CREWspire. CREWspire has been around now for a handful of years. And the thing about it is, I had a coaching program, a career and life coaching program called Crew Coach. Okay. I dissolved Crew Coach and stopped doing it about 5 or 6 months ago, mainly because of the fact that I was in recovery because of this crazy cartel attack in Mexico. And I felt like I didn't have the capacity to continue to coach people as I was trying to coach myself back, learn how to walk again, and all of this, that, and the other. Anyways, and so Crew Coach no longer exists. However, I have helped hundreds of people either break into the industry and get on tour, get their first tours, or I have helped veteran crew people at all different levels level up and actually get the positions that they are really dream of, because this is a dream career. This is one of our notebooks for Crew Coach years ago. CREWspire, we had living the dream. That's a common saying in this industry because it is a dream career. I got to tell you, man, it is an incredibly cool career in touring, especially, which is what we talk about with CREWspire, and an amazing career. And so we are literally living the dream. And if you can understand that there is a dream side of this, it can really help you overcome a lot of the work, because there's a lot of hard work to this. It is a tremendous amount of work. There are so many people that go to places like Full Sail or SAE or all these schools, thinking that they're going to, learn all of this education and then start mixing shows on some of the biggest tours in the world. When in reality, they're going to go and start as stagehands, because that's really what you're capable of getting after you get your degree. You're going to go start with everyone else that doesn't have degrees, and you're going to be unloading trucks and pulling cables and lifting heavy cases and doing a lot of hard, heavy work, which is great. That's where you need to start. And the work can be tough sometimes. So if you can remind yourself that this is actually a dream career, that there's some amazing things that you're going to get to do in this industry, I promise you, you'll be able to stick with it. And you're going to want to stick with it, because this career is amazing. It's an incredible career to get to travel around the world doing shows for a living. If you would have told my, 16-year-old self back when I was, well, you'll learn more about me as we go, but I was a homeless kid living in my van at 16, 17 years old. If you would have told me that I would have got to travel around the world working with music artists, I would have been like, no way. I was a strung out homeless kid that it ended up getting to do some things that people where I'm from in rural Georgia, Villarica, Georgia, didn't get to do stuff like this. Okay. So it is a dream career. And so the touring career itself, now you're going to learn so much on this channel. I promise you, if you dive into what videos we have right now on CREWspire YouTube channel, you are going to see a bunch of interviews, and you're going to see a bunch of workshops and master classes that are posted on there. Here's where those are from. Those used to be behind a paywall. Okay. Remember Crew Coach? I said about Crew Coach. Well, Crew Coach was a coaching program that had a membership site. Okay. People used to pay thousands of dollars to access this information, because I literally have helped people through their careers to being on some of the biggest tours in the world. We've had people we call them CREWsaders, by the way, CREW, CREWsaders. Our CREWsaders have been on some of the biggest tours in the world. Stadium tours, arena tours, theater tours. They're traveling all over the world. We have them on tours right now as we speak. And behind that paywall was the membership site that included all of those courses, as well as those interviews. I used to bring in some of the top people in their fields, tour managers, production managers, backline techs, lighting designers, audio engineers, front of house monitors, tour managers, you name it. I brought a ton of people and interviewed them for our CREWsaders, as well as I taught classes on like how to get the gigs, how to find them, contact research, how to bring confidence to the gigs, how to do a touring resume. Like there's all of these classes, as well as the college level classes that are that these books complement. And when I decided to shut Crew Coach down, I didn't want to just throw away all of that incredible training that's helped a lot of people. So I gave it all away for free on YouTube. Now you might notice that there's not a lot of views on it. The reason why is because I never promoted it. I never told anyone about it. I just posted the stuff on YouTube, put it out there, and let people find it themselves. Okay. Like I said, I've been in recovery from this crazy attack by the cartel, learning how to walk again. And I'm just now getting back to touring. And now that enough people have found this channel and started subscribing to this channel, I am now committing to every week going to go live here in the CREWspire channel on YouTube and start to do more trainings and answer more of your questions. So that's what the CREWspire YouTube channel is all about. That's why you see those career chats in there, we called them. That's why you will see all of those classes on there. If you actually go and watch some of them, you'll actually see the Crew Coach logo pop up. Neither here nor there. My aim is to just pour into you guys. No more am I charging for any of it. It's all good. I am just grateful, by the grace of God, to get to be here to share the world of touring with you. And I just want to see you succeed. Okay. Because it is an incredible, incredible career. And I've been blessed to now tour for over 20 years, almost 21 years. In fact, my next gig, get this, here's something cool. My next gig is I'm going to be touring with Alicia Keys, and we have 2 shows, a TV show and a festival in Vietnam. That's what I'm saying. Me, this young, strung out homeless kid from Villa Rica, Georgia, has got to travel all over the world. And now I get to go to Vietnam, out of all places. Now I've been all over the world. And so I've been blessed to do that. But how cool is that? This could be you. You could have the opportunity to get to travel the world as well and do amazing, amazing shows. And I'm going to talk a lot about all of this. Again, as I get to do more of these live videos for you. And so I want you to subscribe to this channel. If you somehow found out about this channel, if you somehow stumbled into this and are watching this right now, I want you to subscribe to this channel and pay close attention. I want you to ask me whatever questions in the comments of these different videos that you might have as you're watching through this stuff. I'm going to answer them the best of my ability because I want to support you in this journey. If you could even do a tenth of the things that I've been blessed to get to do, I know that it will change your life. And I want to see you get to do it. We had someone in Crew Coach, quite a few people that were graduates of Full Sail. Okay. I'm going to call Full Sail out a little bit. Look, I know people that went to Full Sail that actually were in the industry. That are in the industry. However, you don't have to do it. And in fact, most people that go through Full Sail do not break into the industry and make much of their education. In fact, we had somebody that came through Crew Coach to get coached by me, and she was an instructor at Full Sail. In fact, this woman had over 17 years of production experience, mainly in corporate, and she always wanted to tour. And this woman, again, was an instructor at Full Sail, right? And you would think, well, how does an instructor at Full Sail with all this production experience, how come she can't figure out how to bridge the gap, right? Well, she was standing too close to it, basically. You know, coaching is kind of like getting someone to on the outside looking in to help you kind of piece the puzzle together. And so after one coaching session, 3 days later, she ends up booking her first tour. And this tour was a massive arena tour, her very first one. Okay. 3 days later, after getting coaching with me, not because I'm something special, but because sometimes you already have the ingredients put together. You know, you already have the ingredients. You just need to learn how to put them together in the right order so you can produce the results that you need in your life. So whether you're brand spanking new and you're just interested in this, you're going to want to focus on getting on as a stagehand. Or if you're a local crew stagehand and you're trying to figure out how to get on tour, well, hey, watch some of my other videos. Watch the video that called Backstage Pass and some of these other ones, because I will teach you exactly how to specialize in one of these areas: audio, lighting, video, backline, staging, yada, 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 pyro, like all of this, and learn how to take that specialization, build the right relationships, and get on your first tour. Okay. And so that's it. That's all I got really for this one. Oh, I guess if you're really experienced and you're trying to figure out, maybe you've got 15 years of experience and you're trying to level up into becoming a production manager or something, I have information on that as well in these master classes. Dive into the channel. I want to encourage you to dive in, ask questions, because on the next live next week, probably next Monday, that I'm going to be doing this, I can answer some of your questions. So if you do have questions, you are watching this, post them in the comments below. I will pull some of those questions and I will answer them on next Monday's live stream. Thank you for checking out this very first ever CREWspire live. Until next time, go freaking get them.